Good morning, everybody. You are currently listening to a Tall Girls podcast hosted by a tall girl named India. I hope everyone listening right now is doing super fantastic. And if you celebrate Christmas, happy Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas Eve. It's crazy. I literally feel like just yesterday, it was December 1st. And you're telling me we're in the third week of December already, and then New Year's is around the corner. It's insane to me, but by the time this episode is up and running and out, I'm probably going to be prepping for Christmas, which is actually going to go up on Christmas Day. So stay tuned for that in the morning, early in the morning actually. I feel like some people wake up, not even some, a lot of people wake up early to open presents and then get ready for the remainder of the day. So you could totally check that out while you're prepping for your Christmas Day on Christmas Day. Anyways, so before I get into this episode, be sure to follow me on my socials at A Tall Girls Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest so you can stay up to date on the latest podcast and Podmas episodes. Yes, I will be doing Podmas for the week after Christmas ends, because why not? You know, a lot of people are doing Vlogmas where they do it every day, or Podmas where they do it every single day, and I'm like, I cannot. It's final season. I was in college. Well, I am in college, but it was final season, and I just couldn't do it every day. And, some people do 12 days of Christmas. I couldn't even do that. So, we're going to try to get to at least the 12 days of Christmas and just, go from there. Anyways, as you could probably tell by the title, did I tell you all of my socials are linked below? All my socials are linked below in the description, along with a link to leave me a review. Make sure you leave me a review and let me know how tall you are. Now, as you could tell by the title, I am going to be doing this episode on Christmas gifts to get your short friends. See, we are really doing this last minute. This is really just last minute gift ideas for your short friends. And I figured this would be funny too, because I did an episode on what to get tall people. I thought that was going to be funny too, but honestly, those were really good ideas. You should definitely check that out, especially if you have a tall friend and it is Christmas Eve. You do have time to get some stuff, Amazon Express shipping. I'm pretty sure the stores are like crowded like crazy by now. But heck, if you could get something, you can get something. But those Christmas gift ideas for tall people, especially your tall friends, I thought that those are really good ideas, especially the extra long yoga mat. Like, it was a reminder to take care of yourself, take care of your body and your mind. Make sure you stretch and stuff like that, because having long limbs does cause a lot of pain. And also, you don't have to worry about your feet hanging off the mat on the floor because, it's an extra long yoga mat. That was a really good idea. So I intended that episode to be funny, but it was actually a good idea. It's the way that the beeping started, and then I stopped the recording, and then the beeping stopped. Anyways, so I figured, why not do one for short friends, for short people? Because if you're a tall person listening to this, I'm pretty sure you do have a couple short friends out there, and you may not know what to get them. And with this whole height positivity podcast, body positivity podcast, we're trying to encompass all heights. All heights are beautiful, not just tall. Short is beautiful. Average is beautiful. Everything is beautiful. And maybe getting gifts like this will help them realize that, you actually are taking their height into consideration, and you are a caring tall friend who wants to help them in any way possible, even though they may have issues with their height. Funny thing, I saw this comment on Pinterest that was like, yeah, I can't believe they have this for tall girls, like a podcast for tall girls. They really need to have this for short girls. And I was like, I've been telling my short friend that for so long. She's 5 feet, I think. We used to make fun of her so much in high school because she was like 4'11", like she couldn't even reach 5 feet. But she keeps telling us that she grew, and now she's like 5 feet or 5'1", one of those. But she's in the 5 foot ranges, so nobody can tell her crap. My guess is that she's still 4'11". If she's listening to this, she's 5 feet, 5'1". But if she's not listening to this, she's 4'11". Nonetheless, she's extremely short. And I thought of her when I saw that comment, and I actually told her, I was like, girl, You need to get on this short girl podcast thing. But I don't know. She's doing other things, so she doesn't have time for it, then she doesn't have time for it, and that's perfectly fine. Anyways, I should probably get into these gifts. So here I'm looking it up on the internet like I did last time. I literally just searched up in Google gift ideas for short people, and I'm clicking on the first link that I saw that appeared in the search results. So, and it's hilarious. As I'm scrolling down, the first thing that I see is a folding step stool. How did I know? We knew this was coming. And when I thought about this idea, I was kind of like, they're probably gonna say like a ladder of some sort, something with heels, something that gives them extra height. You know what I mean? I expected a ladder and then like a small stepping ladder, and then I expected heels. So we'll see if we get either one of those. But we already got the first one, a folding step stool. That's hilarious. This is the stuff that they have in bathrooms for children. Like, when I was in middle school, they used to have those in the bathrooms because some people were genuinely short. But it was also a school that had like kindergarten. It was kindergarten all the way up to 8th grade. So 8th graders using sinks is different from kindergartners using sinks. And some kindergartners would literally need like the folding step stool to step on it to reach the sink to wash their hands. They used to have those in middle school. And it's the fact that, adults are using these stepping stools too. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it, okay? It's all genetics. We did not have control over how tall we are. It is what it is, but I just find it hilarious that this was the first thing that, came up on this list. What does this description say? Yep, it's easy to carry from room to room, which is good, and the short recipient can, add a few extra inches, as they should. Anyways, next one is a short, petite clothing subscription box. Honestly, what? Do they have this for tall people? Do they have that for tall people? A clothing subscription box for tall people. If they have it for short people, they should have it for tall people. That is honestly such a good gift idea. Because, just like with tall women having a hard time finding clothes, short women also have a hard time finding clothes because it is a majority of the clothes is for the average height woman. So some of the clothes may be too long for them. Because if you think about it, let's say the inseam is 29 or 33. I see a lot of 33s and I see a lot of 29s. Let's just say 33. Let's say the inseam is 33 inches and they need an inseam of like 28 or 26. 33 is too long. Like, even when you try to cuff it to make it seem like, like the baggy look, extra large. No, it still looks too big. So a petite clothing subscription box. And it says that especially if they're under 5'4", it's the perfect gift. And the box comes once a month, and it's clothing based on their size, style, and budget. That is so good. That is a really good gift idea. They need to have that for tall women. See, why didn't they have that in the list for what to get your tall friends for Christmas? But do they have those? Can somebody start that, a tall clothing subscription box? Because I feel like that would do well. I honestly would probably subscribe to it because I understand the struggle. So, if your short friend is into fashion, I definitely recommend a clothing subscription box. Petite clothing subscription box. That's honestly awesome. Next one is a grabber tool. Funny thing. Okay, so my dad, he works in an office with one of his partners. And I was in the office one day with him, and I remember seeing a grabber tool next to the cabinets. And I'm like, what the heck? I mean, I can understand because, they do have file cabinets that has a lot of files, and a lot of his files are also on the top top shelf area. And, I guess he just didn't want to have the folding step stool in his office because it was too embarrassing. So he decided to have a grabber tool. It was hilarious because everything in that office, me and my dad, because we're both tall, were able to reach easily. But his partner is like, how tall is he? I don't even know how tall he is, but he's short. He is short. He is significantly shorter than me. And it makes sense that he has this grabber tool. I just find it hilarious. I really do. I find it hilarious that I saw this and I immediately thought of my dad's partner at the office, because I'm just like, I never had to use that in my life. You know, they have those in stores now. I remember in, what was it? I think it was the 99-cent store. It was like the discount store that's by me. Me and my friend saw those grabber tools and we were just playing around with it. But I never really actually thought that it would be of use for me, mainly because I'm tall. But it could be of use for short people. Get your short friend a grabber tool, especially if they live in an environment where I be seeing those TikToks where the short person has to like get onto the counter just to reach something in the cabinets or to get something off of the top of the fridge. And I immediately thought like of that when I saw the grabber tool. Like that could be useful if they have those appliances, like those fridges or those cabinets that are high up and they're not able to like, you know, reach it. So they have to use something to reach it. So a grabber tool, definitely a good idea. How much would those even cost? For some reason, I feel like, you know what, let me click on see it on Amazon, because for some reason, I feel like I would pay $10 for that. How much is this? This is $22.99. Lowest price is $22.99. Wait, okay, I'm seeing some for $20.98. I'm seeing some for $13.99. See, $13.99 is like where it's at. I honestly don't think I would pay more than $15 unless it's for shipping, of course. Then I would be paying more than $15 overall. But for the thing itself, I don't think I would pay more than $15. How is this $22.99? It's not even that deep. Like, I'm looking at pictures of it. It's not, wait, did it just say magnetic? It includes a built-in magnet that allows you to pick up metal items. Honestly, now I understand why. Like, imagine leaving something metal on a high shelf. It has a magnet, so it could just get that easily and they don't have to worry about opening and closing the thing. Okay, now I understand why it's $22.99. I honestly don't even think that's necessary, because it's trying to market it as like a trash grabber, a trash picker, rather than something that can get stuff off of high shelves. I mean, it's marketing as that too, but it's more so saying it's for trash. But the built-in magnet is pretty cool. I would definitely say a grabber tool, awesome. And then let's do one more, because you know it is Christmas Eve and we don't want too many options because we are strapped for time. A booster mat, child. Like, what are those booster seats? Like, those what they have for little kids. What is this? Okay, I don't think it's that deep. Well, it depends on how short your friend is, because I really don't think it's that deep. Like, if the person is 3 feet tall, okay, maybe, I guess. But come on, I think we're reaching with this, but not reaching like the tall people are reaching. It says that if they need a boost when they need to see over the steering wheel. Okay, when they're driving, maybe, because it's really important that you can see clearly through the window and like the steering wheel is not blocking you, because we don't need anybody getting into any car accidents. So I can definitely understand that part. But why are y'all taking this mad far? A booster mat? Or at the dinner table? What? Okay, they actually make tables for average height and even short people. It's the tall people that be struggling. Like, we be hunched over these tables, bending down, hurting our backs and stuff like that. I feel like the dinner tables really only negatively affect us tall people. I mean, unless you're probably in a country where the average height of a person, of a woman, of a man, whatever in general, is on the taller side. I don't think that you need a booster mat or a booster seat for a dinner table. But over when they're driving a car, definitely, because we need to be as safe as possible. As safe as possible. And my short friend doesn't even drive yet. I don't think she has her permit. So maybe when she starts driving, I can get her a booster mat. That's hilarious. Okay, I think I'm gonna end it here. Hopefully I gave you some funny ideas to get your short friend for Christmas. It's the fact that we cannot understand these gifts. I mean, we can, but we can't because we never needed any of these. But it's hilarious. I'm pretty sure that they'll love it. They'll laugh and all that stuff. And honestly, if you actually take my advice and actually get these, please let me know, because I did not take this seriously. And the fact that you actually did take this seriously, I really want to know what their reaction, so that when I do more episodes like this next holiday season, people actually like it. Honestly, this is hilarious to me. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you. I don't say that enough. I really appreciate you. As always, feel free to hit me up on my socials at the Tall Girls Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest. They'll be linked below. Let me know what the vibe is. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Let me know what you think about life. Or you just say hi. Literally just say hi and I'll respond. Also leave me a review. That link will be underneath all the social media links, and let me know how tall you are, and happy holidays, and I'll catch you on the next one. Good night and goodbye.